What's up guys, quick video this week. I just wanted to do a quick prep update. We are, let's see, I got a countdown going, but we are officially 12 weeks and 4 days out from the show. Still a long time, but definitely getting closer. I started at 17 weeks out, so this past week was interesting because I made a change to my diet. So I'm not gonna go over the macros exact. I'll tell you the macros what I'm on currently, but I forgot my previous ones. I'd have to look it up. But anyways, we made a change to the diet. Total calories went from about 2,800 down to 2,600. Still just doing that daily, no carb cycling or anything. But when I made the change in my diet, I noticed some weird things happening, and it was like my first obstacle I had to like kind of overcome and like troubleshoot this prep so far. So I made the change. I lowered my calories, mainly from fats, a little bit from carbs. But when I changed my diet, I was also going into my first week of exams for school. So I was super stressed out, and I was studying like crazy, and I was still eating all my meals. I was still doing all my meal prepping. Like nothing on that side of things changed, but I was just super stressed. So I started like holding water. My digestion went to crap, literally. I went from a steady, I was losing like half a pound to 3/4 of a pound a week to like, I had this like jump in my weight. I went from like 190 all the way up to like 196, and then I was like at 192, 193 the entire week. So I was like, what the heck? Like I lowered my calories, not significantly enough where like it'd be a huge stress to my body to cause water retention. And I've been dieting now for a couple weeks, so I should be past that stage of like holding water and stuff just from going into a calorie deficit. So I was like, what's going on? I was like, well, and then I got done with my exams and boom, my weight just dropped immediately. So it was crazy because it just was a good reminder of how much stress can really like not impact your fat loss, because like you're still losing fat, but if you're just looking at the scale and even like pictures in this situation, it's really hard to trust the process and not like push even harder. So after I got through exam week, like I mentioned, my weight started dropping like really fast again. Like I went from like 191 all the way down to like 189 overnight, and I woke up that morning and I was like, all the water was off of me, like there was veins and stuff, and like abs were showing better. So like it was just a really good reminder of like how much stress can really impact and affect your weight loss journey in this case, because I was still losing fat. I was still in a calorie deficit. So like thermodynamics, like if I'm in a calorie deficit, I'm gonna lose fat. But the stress caused me to hold water. It caused me to literally become constipated. Like my digestion was awful. And as I'm losing fat, my weight's going up because I'm holding water, and obviously I'm not passing the food that I'm eating. So that was definitely a little bit of a challenge, but like I said, it was a good reminder. So it's definitely something that I wrote down in my notes. I like to document things so that when they happen again, I at least have like, oh, this is what happened last time, just wait it out or do this to change that. So, and I think that's a good point to make too, is that like if you're going through a process or if you're doing a diet, you know, like don't be afraid to like get out a notebook or write stuff down in your phone or in your notes and stuff, like, hey, this week this happened, and then I figured out this is why it happened. Because it's always good to have that, have those things to look back on in the future when you do it again, so that you don't make the wrong mistake. And I just kind of want to say is like just trusting the process too, you know, like I could have in that situation, like what I wanted to do was just, dang, I lowered my calories, nothing happened, I gained weight. Like I really was tempted to do like more cardio, lower my food even more, but I did realize that I'm like, okay, I'm really stressed out right now, so I'm just gonna wait a couple days, see what happened. And I'm really glad I did, because now again my weight's dropping and I'm looking much leaner and stuff. So that was a little bit of a, glad I'm over that now. But let's look at the macros that I'm on right now. So my current calories are 2,575, so 2,600, close enough. Protein is at 257 grams, carbs are at 300, and fat is at 50 grams. So, you know, getting lower, but I'm still like surprisingly not hungry at all. And I think I contribute that to just being really busy with school and trying to get content out for you guys. So I'm keeping myself occupied, which really helps during a fat loss phase because you don't even have time to think about getting hungry. So keep yourself busy, that's a good tip. And then another thing that I noticed that I didn't notice until later on that really affected my digestion was that when I was at the 2800, like that 3,000 to 2,800 calories, my sweet spot for fiber intake was about 40 to 41 grams. And that was like, my digestion was perfect. But then when I dropped my calories, I made some swaps for like more voluminous carbohydrates, like that lacked fiber, I guess. So my fiber went from like 40 grams down to like 28 grams, which is a pretty big drop actually. And that caused me to become constipated too, obviously. And so what I did to fix that problem too, which has helped my digestion and ability to go to the bathroom a ton, is I switched some of my rice-based meals like cream of rice over to oats. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of carbohydrates, but I'm still at 300 carbs, but I got my fiber back up to 40 grams by switching like oatmeal and oat bran for some cream of rice meals, which I like the same, and the calories match, so that's kind of really what matters at the end of the day. The app I use to track all this is called Chronometer. This is kind of what it looks like. And it's really detailed. Like, it tells you like your calories down to like the decimal. It tells you your macros down to like the first decimal. So it's super accurate, which I don't get too crazy about it. But what I really like about it is that it shows you your micronutrient and fiber intake from all your foods. So like, you can see at the top there, it shows you all your like daily values of like if you're hitting potassium, vitamin A, calcium, iron, fiber, vitamin C, and then a bunch of, it's just super detailed on like if there's a micronutrient you're not getting, you'll see that in the layout of the app, and then it'll like tell you like, oh, you're, like I don't get eniugh folate, which probably isn't good. Then if I hit like view, if I click on folate and hit view more, it's like folate, sometimes called B9 or folic acid or folacin, is needed to make DNA in new cells. Well, I should definitely be getting more folate because DNA is obviously important. But anyways, it tells you like what the micronutrient or minerals for, and then it tells you like good sources of food. Super detailed, great app. It is way better than MyFitnessPal. It's super customizable. Like you can name each thing like meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, meal 5, blah blah blah. And then you can like set the macros for each day. Like if you're carb cycling, you can have like Monday, like I want my target to be 500 grams of carbs, and then like Tuesday is my off day, so I only want like 300 grams of carbs. You can set the settings so that like each day of the week you know what you're supposed to be doing. So Chronometer app has been really a game changer for me when it comes to being more detailed and more specific with tracking my diet. Anyways, that's just a little prep update. My current weight right now is, I was 188.7 this morning out of the 190s, and it's kind of affecting me mentally because for the past, I bulked for like, again, like another 8 months. I was like, you know, 199, 200, so like, and I felt good there. Like I still could see my abs and stuff, and I still had good veins, and like I didn't look bad at that weight. So like, seeing my weight drop is kind of like I'm losing muscle, but it's part of the process. A lot of pro bodybuilders say you're always going to be leaner than you expect. You're always going to have less muscle than you think you did. So part of the process, but we're getting shredded. Other changes that I made. Cardio is still at 25 minutes fasted in the morning, 6 times a week. I don't do it on my quad day. And then I upped my steps from 10K to 12K, but things are going good. I got spring break coming up, so just really dial in over spring break and see if I can get pretty lean over spring break. I want to be ready, like I want to be like really, really lean at least 2 weeks out before my show, so I don't have to like kill myself before the show and like go super like no carb or anything. So but yeah, that's the plan right now. Like I said, I was 188.7 this morning, and that's about it, guys. I'm gonna show you a physique update like right now, so hope you guys enjoy that. Alright, so that's what we're looking like. That physique update was from the morning yesterday, so not bad. Really need to work on my mandatory posing, but that's why I'm practicing now. I still got about 13 weeks, so we'll make sure I'm as good as I possibly can be, and I will practice those as much as possible. They're definitely getting better. It's easier to critique the posing and make adjustments as you get leaner, because as you get leaner you start to look different, so you have to make changes and position your body different. So it's just going to be changing probably the rest of the prep, but just fine adjustments here and there to make those better. But that's going to wrap this video up, guys. It was a shorter one. I was pretty busy this week, but I still wanted to get a video up for you guys. If you haven't yet, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try keeping these videos coming for you guys, and then also share, like, comment, and turn on the post notifications because they will be coming out each week.